morning, Shave Cadre. Handlebarber Dave or Barber Dave here at Dave's Barbershop at home. We certainly want to thank you for joining us. And we're back to our barbershop shootout. 2 days left, 3 days left, and we'll be done. So for today, we are going to use the second anniversary barbershop, and this was a limited edition created by Lisa at Lisa's Natural Herbal Creations, one of our vendors here. Please support her. Wonderful soap. A little bit on the powdery side, but not quite as much. For the aftershave, we'll be using a balm today, and that is the Post-Shave Elixir, also by Lisa in the barbershop scent. And then a secondary alcohol aftershave, we'll be using Proraso Green, classic barbershop stuff. And then for the fragrance, we will be using Proraso Colonia, the Azure line. This is one of their new straight razor line items they've had for a few years. And then for the brush, kind of a brush that's near and dear to me. It was one of my very first brushes ever. This is the Omega 2592, I believe. Huge badger knot. And I think it's in a best badger knot. And then for the razor, we're going to attempt UA Cowboy Kyle printed this 3-piece DE razor. And I don't know if you can see the blade gap on that, but the blade gap is huge. So basically the angle of attack is about like that. So we'll see what happens. It should be quite an interesting ride. Hope everybody's doing well for a Thursday, I believe. And some of you may have read on my barbershop thread that I had an announcement. This is one of 2 or 3 announcements that's going to be coming, one on a personal level, one that will affect you guys directly at the TSC. All good things. But yes, I am now a business owner again, yet again in my age. And I own a brand. I'm taking over a barbershop up in a place called Saddlebrook, which is a retirement community, gated retirement community. And it's called Hombre's Barbershop. So really excited about that. I'll be beginning on that on July 1, and I'll post pictures of the shop. Kind of an old West shop. The Ghost Town Barber will go perfectly in there, so it's kind of neat. Lisa's soaps load real easy. This marks all the boxes for a barbershop scent. All the ones that I've spoke to over the last 2 weeks. It does have a little bit of a heavier powder note, but not too bad. And the strength of the soap is very nice. I haven't used this brush in a long time. It does splay quite heavily. Very soft for a badger. But it's a lather making machine. And I found with the Lisa soaps that I have, like a lot of the artisans, they will take on a lot of water. There's a very subtle comparison that you can make to sterling with Lisa soaps. To me, they feel very similar in face feel and composition. Very creamy. But great on the face, soft on the face. I've noticed with Lisa's, I don't know if I would call it difficulty, because that's not the right word. But they do take a little bit longer for me, anyways, to create a smooth lather. I think it's because they do take on a lot of water, but once you get there, they're amazing. I have a tendency to lather her soaps a little wetter, and that's just personal preference, but just a really neat soap in this. And the fragrance is nice and strong. I'd probably give it a 4 on the SOS scale. Okay, let's try this DE. And this is a 3D printed DE. It's 3 pieces. Top cap's a little small. Fits together real well. I've got a Boss Cod blade in it that's on its first use. You can definitely feel the blade. I would put this razor in the realm of the the fat tip as far as aggressiveness. So blade angle on this thing is super critical. But nice. It's light. It'll probably become my travel razor. But it's very, 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 very easy to maneuver around the face. Very light, extremely light. But as I said, the angle is extremely critical. The good news is, as Kyle experiments, I'm sure there'll be a new base plate and top cap. Yeah, it mows whiskers down. And Lisa's soap, the fragrance is stronger than most. It's really sticking around. The post-pass slickness is incredible. I mean, it's really, really nice. And yet we have another contender. This is going to take me a few days to probably go through and pick a winner. I mean, well, I should say there's no losers. They're all fine, but there are some that I would reach for in a barbershop before others. But just wonderful stuff. And Lisa has been a staunch supporter of ours since almost the very beginning. And we appreciate her support. So please, if you've not done it already, which I find that hard to believe, but if you have not done it already, please go to her storefront on the forum here and say hello. And check out her website for her offerings. She just recently renewed her artisan vendor support of the cadre, and we appreciate that, as we do with all of our artisans and retailers. Yeah, so this razor's not bad. I mean, it is probably the most aggressive razor I've got in the stable right now, because of the blade angle, and you do have to be careful. But wow, good shave. Very light touch is needed with this in its current form. But for a 3D printed razor, for Kyle's first couple attempts, the tin I shaved with the Tinzer yesterday, and it was just tremendous, almost intuitive. Where this one, you with the aggressiveness, a little bit more concentration, probably not quite as much concentration as a straight, but this could lop off an ear if you're not careful. Even though it is a safety bar razor, I did not measure the gap. But it's got a huge gap. Now, a lot of that could be because the top cap's a little small. But from the top cap and the blade exposure to the safety bar is a pretty good distance. So the angle that you shave with this at is extremely critical, in my opinion. But nice. Weird thing is just getting used to it. If you like to feel the blade on your face, you'll love this razor. If you don't like to feel the blade so much, probably not much. But for a
I would say for a straight razor shaver, this would be the DE go-to. Because it's got the feel of a straight. Simply because of the blade exposure. Again, the post shave on Lisa's is just phenomenal. Also with this razor, if you do need to do any cleanup, make sure for the most part you have lather, because it could ruin your day. As you can see, my shave shirt is really collecting a nice patina. I promised that I would shave with this thing for the entire barbershop challenge, and I think it might make it 2 more days. We hope it does. Tremendous shave. And like I said, the post-shave and moisturization of Lisa's is great. The scent, unlike a lot of soaps, doesn't fade. You can really still smell it. I'm not much of a balm user, except sometimes in the winter months, but this is nice. I just use less than maybe a squirt, is all you need. And it goes on like a lotion and absorbs into the skin. This one does not have near the scent profile as the soap at all. It's very, very light, but it complements, and I mean it's not cloying, so it's not going to affect any of your aftershaves or colognes. We'll finish it off with some Proraso green, which is just perfection in a bottle. And actually, this is not lighting me up as much as I thought it might with the aggressiveness of the razor. But the eucalyptus and the coolness and just the freshness of Proraso is just incredible. So, all right, we'll finish up with a little bit of talc once this dries a little bit. And I am using the Men & Shave talc today. As Nurse David mentioned, I try to use the English Fern a little bit sparingly, even though I've got 3 bottles, I think. But it's not made anymore, so once it's gone, it's gone. And unlike the soap, we don't have a talc maker yet. In fact, I wouldn't even know how to go about doing it. Okay, a little bit cloudy today, but this just matches the smoke coming out of our fires. Excuse me. Speaking of the fires, on the other side of the mountain is where Pima Canyon and some very high dollar homes, and the fire blew up yesterday. I think we're at 3,300 acres, I believe, or 3,400, 37, I'm not sure. But the Pima Canyon area of Tucson, where all these houses are, is under pre-evacuation order. They haven't ordered the evacuation yet, but they think it's coming. So unfortunately, that's not good. It's supposed to be 105 today with winds out of the southwest at 25 miles an hour sustained with gusts up to 40. So that's not a good thing. For our cologne today, we're going to be using Proraso again and the Azure Lime. I have also got the shave soap in this. Very nice cologne. Typical Italian, it doesn't, being citrus, it lasts for a few hours, but you still get hints of it all day long. So, well, that's it, folks. Lisa's Barbershop. Great barbershop scent. Very, very nice post-shave feeling. Definitely another one of the contenders. Thanks, everybody, for the Zoom call last night. We appreciate everybody showing up. We are going to be having the old guys Zoom call on Sunday, probably early evening. I'll post that later on, probably tonight. Thank you for all your well wishes as far as the new barbershop. I certainly appreciate that. And then the other announcements will be coming as soon as we get more information. So thanks as always of being members of the shavingcadre.com. And if you haven't visited us at all, please do so at www.theshavingcadre.com. Thanks again and have a great day.